Hey, good evening or good morning, guys. 2:25 a.m. So we haven't opened up yet here, guys. Some things I'm looking at here in the markets. So we're starting with SPY, ES. Okay, the futures contracts. I use them because the charts are cleaner. Okay, and what we did yesterday, we came right into this was wave one, wave wave two down. Okay, and that was wave three, potentially wave three. This entire wave was potentially wave three. Okay, with this being 3 of 3 up here, 4 of 3, 5 of 3. Okay, and now we've been looking for a wave 4 on our Elliott wave to play out. Okay, guys, and what we did here, see how we came down today? We came right down into the top of wave 1. That's really textbook and found buyers right there. And that's really textbook for Elliott wave for that type of pullback for a wave 4. Okay, guys, so be very mindful of that. And so now we're looking for a wave 5 potentially. The bulls out there are looking for a new high, but there's a lot of damage in the markets. It's hard to say that's going to actually play out, but you know, technically right now, the Elliott wave people are licking their chops and saying, "Oh, well, I got to go bullish." So I just some little things that I'm looking at here going forward here. Okay, guys, we are still holding the daily 20 SMA in the overnight session here. Okay, so we're potentially turning that into support daily 20 right here. We are trying to build a base above the daily 20. We do have a downtrending trend line here, which we have to see if we're going to tag that and and reject that. Okay, so we'll see what happens there. Okay, this is new resistance now. My chart was from yesterday morning. I didn't change colors yet, so now that's new resistance. So we are, ideally we would be trading above that in a bullish tape, trading above that for the risk reward for the back test to go long. Instead, we are trading right below that. So the risk reward to the upside is not good. Okay. So technically, if you're a bull out there, you want to wait for the risk reward setup to be better than it currently is. Okay. Let me put blank on here too. Get those moving averages out of the way there. Okay, guys. Okay, so that's just a few little things that I got going on here. This was my wave 4 area, the orange area that I was looking for the wave 4 to complete. We're still strong. We're still in this strong downtrend. This back test could very well fail, so we'll see how it plays out here. Okay, and we'll go from there. Uh, so I'm trying to sit here and say this could be a wave 3. Uh, that kind of the price action history kind of looks like an exhaustion move down there, so that could be a wave 5, 5 of 4. Uh, so that could very well be the end of on the wave count there. That could very well be the end of that downside cycle using Elliott wave. Okay, guys. Okay, some little things I'm looking at there. If you go over here and SPY, another thing that I look at here, guys, on these bounces and stuff. So even SPY right here, we are into the backtest area on 2 hour. That's where we closed at. I got my overnight session turned off here. Uh, so we're right into this resistance area in the overnight session. Okay, so we really got to get above 640 backtest to be a bull. Okay, we're currently 638. So, the risk rewards to the upside is not in your favor. If you were to early on tomorrow morning below 640, if you were to go long the markets, the risk reward is not in your favor. Okay. Other things you're looking for, if you're looking for a reversal of trend, our trend is currently short-term trend is currently down. You're always looking for a minimum move of 100% off of the tradable low. Okay. Let's see if I can get this to draw here. Okay, guys, so right here, uh, let's see here, 15-minute right here. What you're looking for, guys, if you're doing these options, okay, you look for the higher low first, and then the back test, and you're looking for to enter right here, right in this area right here. So I've been around 90 cents. Okay, so you're looking for a move at if you could have got in $1 or 90 cents, you're looking for a move to $2. And what we've seen in today's contracts, that's what I've got up here. Not yesterday's expiration, today's contracts, 0 DTEs. So we have seen a 100% move already off of yesterday's lows. Okay, so that's what you're looking for a the dead cat bounce scenario in SPY. So let's definitely keep this in the back of our minds. Okay, so that could have already completed here. So basically what you're looking for is that minimum 100%, and then from there it's anybody's. Uh, uh, it could go anyway. Okay. Okay, guys. My final chart here I want to talk about here. So we've got this really important down trend line here that broke yesterday. We looked below it, and most of the time since April, breaking below this trend line here, they have come back and they have recovered those trend lines. But as of this hour tonight, we're still trading below it. We've been trading below that trend line all night long. So this is acting as resistance. Okay, so be very mindful of this. This is bearish until proven otherwise. So still resistance is holding in the overnight session. And this trend line, if you go out on a 4-hour, you get a better idea here. Past 180 days, that's that trend line right there. Okay, go back to 1 hour real quick here. Other things I'm looking at here. Sorry. Like I said, this is pink because it's resistance until it proves to be support. So the 5, we're way below the weekly 5 SMA here on NQs. Maybe they do want to take us up to that. Okay, we are coming up, back testing the weekly 5 on the ESs already. So definitely keep that in the back of our mind too. Both, the fact that, it's a big decision area that we're currently at on the ESs. So be very mindful of that. Basically accepting prices any higher here, the bulls are back on for parade here. So, so let's definitely keep this on watch. Now, on my channel here, my channel suggests, okay, that the bulls are in control. The way we're bouncing on this channel right here. See how we're bouncing off this channel? This suggests an inverted head and shoulders is potentially forming here on the NQs. If I was a betting person, I would think that they're going to defend this trend line, create an inverted head and shoulders for an attempt up to the weekly 20, weekly 5. Your measured move actually puts you up into the 78.6 fib up here. There's dual reasoning to think that we could be heading back to 23,700. But anything can happen here because we did come off of our core pivot area in that sell-off yesterday. Okay, guys, so we bounced right off that core pivot area. So be very mindful of that. Okay. Other charts to look at real quick. What you're looking for, guys, is a minimum bounce on the 0 DTs of 100%. Okay, guys. With this, where's it at here? Tradable bounce. You're looking for an entry on the retest here. The retest right here, you're looking for an entry. So you're looking about a $1.50 entry on the retest. Okay, guys. So basically, this here tells you about what price you're looking to enter in at. Okay, and we actually did go up to $3. So yesterday alone, on today's 0 DTEs into our first resistance right here, they have already made 100%. Okay, and look at the Qs here. We're right into that 20 SMA resistance on the Qs on the 2 hour. So, definitely very important decision point forming right here, right now on the Qs. Just be very, very careful here. So, you're into resistance. You want to wait and see if they try to turn that into a breakout backtest support, or do you want to just, uh, try the short, knowing that we just bounced off of a major pivot area, and that's what the NQs were showing us, a major pivot area that we just bounced off of. So be very careful. We got the lot of horrible economic data hitting the tape, and we do have a lot of inflation data hitting the market in today's session. So, yeah, things aren't looking very good at all in the broader economy. Uh, so, there's a really good chance they're going to come out with some sort of positive comments about interest rate cuts. So, be very mindful of that. Okay. Thanks for listening. And uh, bottom line is, I need to see better evidence to give you a directional idea. I'm just not seeing the evidence. The fact that the uh, uh, Mag 7 are getting decimated, uh, it's not necessarily something that I want to get overly excited to the long side here. Okay, guys. So, but all this pullback here could be is they pull back in time to reset the oscillators. That's what wave fours do, and setting up for the next wave higher. So, bottom line is, and remember, guys, we were looking for a back test of the 20 at the wave one on S&Ps, which we got. The S&P, but look how much deeper the Nasdaq went. You know, uh, so be very mindful. We didn't take out the wave one, so that's a good thing. I mean, so this is our wave one. If we would have taken that out, that blows up our count. So we haven't even gotten down to that area yet. So the bull case is on as long as we hold the 552.50. Okay, so the bullish trend, even on the NASDAQ, because of our counts, is still valid above 552.50. A lot of people don't think that in the back of their minds, so, be very careful if you're trying to short this market. Okay. Thanks for listening. Please like my video if you get a chance. Retweet it on X if you get a chance. And comments below are appreciated. If you're seeing something I'm not seeing, appreciate it. I will probably be working so hard today that I won't have time to trade. So, but good luck, guys. It looks like we're setting up for uh, a very interesting day. Oh, I did forget to mention one thing, guys. The SPX 6400 area. SPX 6400 area. That's your negative gamma area, which we looked below today. We looked below yesterday, and they went into negative gamma. And those guys that all were in all those puts, they're right back to. So that's another reason you have to be very careful on the short side right here. How fast we came right back to 6400, knowing that all that negative gamma was there to push lower, and they were able to reverse that as fast as they did. So be very mindful of that in the back of your mind. Trying to short this market. I personally am not a big fan. I'm a big perma bear. I think we're completely nuts on the valuations and stuff. But the fact that they had so much trouble holding price below 6,400, even though they had massive negative gamma, you know, uh, exposure, that's a big warning to me to try to push the bearish side. Okay.